it's tough. Obviously, we want to come in here. We did. End result's not what we wanted. Obviously, got to watch the film, review it, look into it, see what corrections we can make, and we got to shake back. We got to bounce back. It's the only thing we can do. Obviously, it sucks. You don't want to do this. Not the result we wanted, but at the end of the day, we got to shake back.
Steve.
Austin, you had the big win last week, and this one, didn't go the way you wanted. And I know you guys would like to have been 3-0 going into SEC play, but how do you prevent this team from kind of feeling like we let one get away and we can't make it up? How do you focus just on the next game?
Yeah, we do feel like we let it slip, but at the same time, I like our group, how we're going to come together, and I believe in our guys and our locker room. And I know we're going to shake back. We're going to make it happen this week. And I think we're going to come together as this unit. Sometimes, like adversity, either splits you or you bring you together. And I think with our coaching staff and players in our locker room, I think we're really going to come together and, we're going to make it happen.
Matt, then Theo, then Robbie, then Steph.
So Will came up just less than a yard short, and he looked pretty devastated after the game. As a senior leader, what do you say to your sophomore quarterback to kind of keep his head in the game?
He's giving it his all. You just got pat him on the back. Listen, you did all you could. We got you. Everyone's behind you. It wasn't like it was just you coming up 1 yard short. The whole team came up 1 yard short. You know what I mean? We're all going to carry that on our backs together collectively. We're going to lift each other up and, just move on.
Austin, you guys get down to the 3 and then to the 2 on that one series, and you can't score, and then they go down and score. How big of a swing was that, and how important was that in the game today?
That was a momentum swing. We like to finish that drive, obviously. We got to come away with some points there, whether it be 3 or 7. We got to put some points on the board, but, it happens. I guess, it was what it was. There was plenty of time left after that for us to, make something else happen. It wasn't like it was, the last drive of the game right there. So we had plenty of time to,
Austin, it feels like this offense is kind of going in spurts in the first 3 games. Today, I think you'll had 3 straight scores, and then a couple of quarters in a row where y'all didn't score. Then you'll have those 2 at the end of the game. What's kind of going into that lack of consistency, I guess, for y'all to continue to have, strong stretches throughout a game?
I think, like you said, the key word is just consistency. And I have to watch the film. Obviously, I haven't seen anything yet. What happened today? Now, I thought we had some really good moments. When you see when it clicked, it really clicked. We moved the ball. The fourth quarter when we really needed to. We were getting it down there. We were scoring. Do what we needed to do. Maybe we just got to play with that urgency and that kind of demeanor all the time, whatever it may be. Talk to the coaches, talk to Coach Leach, see what we got to do to change it.
Coach Leach mentioned a little bit how inexperience might play a role in the team's performance. That's one of the guys who does have experience. You kind of put that on your shoulder a bit to teach some of the younger guys after a loss like this?
Oh, absolutely. You got to be a leader in the locker room. You got to show guys the right way to handle it, the right way to bounce back. It sucks. We lost. Can't change that now. We just got to learn from it and correct it. Hopefully make it not happen again. And shake back for next week because we got a great opponent coming up next week. And all you got to do is you got to be that leader in the locker room.
Austin, I know you haven't watched the film yet, but was there something that Memphis did maybe out of halftime that kind of made things a little difficult for you on that red zone drive and the next 4 drives or punts?
No, like we said, we were moving the ball. We had opportunities. Like we were going 2 and 3. We're doing what we can. We just got to make it happen, honestly. I'm not really quite sure.
Aaron, how frustrating is it to hold Memphis probably half of the yards they've been averaging and still come away with a loss?
We prepared all week for anything to go anyway. And unfortunately, we came up on the short end of the stick.
Steve.
Aaron, you guys were getting a lot of pressure in his face and forcing some early throws. What did you see the protection-wise that made you guys feel like you get in the backfield?
They just fanned out a lot on their pass protection, stuff like that, and we found some seams and had a few little penalties and stuff like that brought them up a little bit, and we just got to make the more plays and do it smarter.
On that 98-yard drive, what's going through your mind there as a defense, and what are you guys maybe saying in the huddle?
Just thinking that we got to get a stop, no matter how many plays that they run or how tired we get. We just got to keep playing.
Steph.
You guys have had a few amount of drives this year where you start in bad field position or they'll drive on you and get this pop. You still hold them to a field goal, you're holding scoreless. What's kind of the mentality in that to maybe bend but not break?
Our coaches all throughout the week just saying that, no matter what the situation is, we built and prepared for war, basically, and just hopefully get a stop as many times as we can.
Like Steve said, with the 98-yard drive and a couple of drives at the end, what was it that they were doing that let them have some success against you guys?
Obviously the tempo. Yeah. They run a lot of plays, and we can get much more prepared for next week. If LSU decides to do the same thing, then we'll be prepared.
Right.
Speaking of that tempo, they had a lot of it in that first drive they had in the first quarter. I think they had 8 plays for 65 yards. You'll go to the second quarter. and stopped them on that drive. You got to turn it on downs.
Mhm.
What kind of adjustments did y'all make to that tempo, and how were y'all able to have success for pretty much the rest of the ball game outside that 98-yard drive?
Early on in the game, you got to get a feel for the speed of the game and things like that. And I think once we got under control and Coach Arnett was like, just settle down, and we just got after that.
When you get the big pick there, when Junior picks it off, and it seems like you guys are about to go in there, and you don't get any points, and the defense is back on the field. How do you guys kind of feed off each other, defensively and offensively? And when they're hot, it seems like you guys are hot. But how did you kind of feel today with some of that?
We just have confidence in them knowing that they can make a play also. And if they don't make a play, then we just back on the field, making another play to hopefully get them back on the field to score points.
When you saw the last touchdown drive, did you think you guys are going to win then? You think we're going to find a way to win this game?
Yeah, because I know we got the will to do just about anything we want at any time. So I think we still had a great shot.
What's the message in a locker room after a game like this where you kind of have pretty good moments, but in the end too much?
Just got to keep preparing and be consistent. The main message is being consistent throughout the whole game.
Coach Leach kind of mentioned some of the inconsistency that he's seen in some games to maybe an experience. As one of the experienced guys, I mean, what's the message you try to send to, I guess get some of the inexperienced players to follow that?
Even with myself, I have times that I'll backstep. So that's really on me to lead by example and make plays consistently and just bring everybody along with me.
Is that more so just, I guess, mentality, when you're exhausted or something to keep pushing through?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely a mentality. When you're tired, there's no such thing as getting tired. So you got to just keep pushing.
What's your relationship like with Martin? I mean, obviously coming into the season, there's all this preseason buzz about him going to maybe a first-round pick. We all see how physical he is on the field and coverage and all those situations. But what do you see? What's it about, like the behind-the-scenes stuff on the field, playing with him? What do you kind of see about him that makes him such a special player?
He's a leader. He'll get everybody. He's a super funny guy. So also he gets everybody riled up for games and things like that. And you can always depend on him. He's one of the consistent guys on the team that you can look to for success during games.
Aaron, how do you guys feel like you handled the road atmosphere for the first time this year?
We know Memphis, they play a lot of good teams at home, and they win a lot at home. We wanted to come in and dominate them truly, and we just didn't come up with that at the end.